Alright, welcome back, guys. We are now on part 3 and we will be talking about SEO. If you didn't know what SEO is, it stands for Search Engine Optimization. Basically, what we will be doing here is optimizing our website in a way that the search engines, we are talking about Google, we are talking about Bing, we are talking about what's the other one? uh, Opera, so that they better understand our website. That is what SEO is. For example, for Google to be able to show you results when you are searching there, they they analyze your query, and after doing so they then display websites which are catering for your query. So if your website is not understood by Google, there are less chances that it will show there because they don't understand what it talks about, what it offers. So it's always a good practice to make sure that your website is SEO optimized, so that when people search something that your website is covering, it is able to show. So there is this one website. It's called I forgot what the website is called. Let me come here. It's I think it's Speed Test. It's Speed Web Dev Speed. I think it's Web Dev Speed. Oh yeah, it's this one's page speed. Let me bring the website this side. So this one, it's a Google site that can give you insights as to what is it that you can fix in your website so that it performs better. So if you didn't know, I'm the owner of this website called InfoSearch, right? So it's infosearch.co.za. So I was trying to develop my own search engine here, right? So it's this tool that I used to sort of optimize my website, right? So let us say analyze and see how fast it is, right? And then they will give us the stats here, the SEO, the speed, the whatever. They will give us four major highlights as to how best are they performing. As you can see, we have it's 91, we have accessibility, it's 91, we have best practices, I got 100, we have SEO, I got 100. So the website looks like this. It's where people just come and search things like that. So with performance, they also give you detailed analysis as to how much it took to load, how much blah blah blah, how much blah blah blah, things like that. And for it to show completely or to load completely, how long did it take, and all of that. And also the JavaScript, they give you insight as to what is it that you can fix, etc, etc. But I am not focusing on all of this. My interest is, it's this one. You see this one of SEO. There is something that I can fix a bit, this one, but it's not that critical. Hence, that is why I was able to obtain the 100% score, right? So this is what we will be doing today in this website. I will be teaching you what are some of the things you need to look at whenever you are about to launch your website. So let us go to the code. It's very important that we go to the code. Yes, this is the code that we're working on. And before I even begin, what we were doing yesterday was to add an item, right? So at the moment we have two items. Let me go add another one so that you can see that the items that are shown here, they are coming from the database. And our database, it's this one. Let us go to browse. Okay. um, as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but because the first three items we were testing hence with visibility I have them under 0 so that they don't show, only the last 2 that can show. So now let us just upload one new item and see if it will reflect here. And then we will first start by choosing the image. We did this yesterday with the other guys, so they may not be surprised. So let us choose this one. Let us choose this one. I think we didn't select this one. We say open, and then this one I can just say shampoo. Let me name this one shampoo, and the price, let us say it's 79.99, and then the size, let us just say it's a 120 millimeter. And then after we submit, it says product submitted. Remember guys, this is not the best of my abilities. I just wanted to get the things done, you see. So it does tell us that the product has been added, and then let us go back and see if it appears this side. So if we scroll, yes, now our item does pop up, and if we go to our database and refresh, they should now be 6 rows here. So if we refresh, okay, we have 6 rows, 6 rows, and the last one you can see it's shampoo, blah 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 blah. So that is what we were doing yesterday. So now comes the optimization part, right? And what we will be doing here, you will not be seeing the changes in the screen. Remember, when we are dealing with SEO, we are trying to make sure that the search engines understand the website, which is something that there won't be changes in the front end, but only in the code itself, right? So let us get to it. So when we look at the code, there is if you are building your website with with WordPress, tools like that, the process might be a bit different, not entirely different, but a bit different. So I like handling the code by myself. So there is this something called the title. This one here, it's the one called title. So with the title, it gives a broader understanding to the search engine as to what is your web page about. The page that you are in currently, what is it about, you see? So I can say Gmatics, and then I can say the best store for hair product, or the best store for cosmetics. So I can just say the best store for cosmetics, cosmetics. You see, this one gives a brief a global understanding to the search engines, that if people are looking for cosmetics, my website has chances of popping up, because it understands that, oh, the title of this page, it's about cosmetics. And there are certain practices that you need to look into whenever you are writing the title. The title cannot be that long. It shouldn't be a paragraph, but a single sentence will do. And then also we come to the keywords. Back in the days, the keywords was the king, because you can write whatever keyword you can think of, so that you can boost the chances of your web page appearing. But now it no longer does the full trick. So in here you can just say shampoo, you can say salon, for example. You can say sprays, you can say gel. You see all those keywords that relate to what your website it's covering. You can just write it here, and then here comes the description. So here you can just write one long sentence or two, basically giving more information about the page. So the description goes here. And some of you, if you are still wondering, what does this meta data has to do with your website, let us go to Google a bit and then I show you. So if I can say, what are the best hair products? Let me ask that online. What are the... Okay, let me first go to Google so that you guys can see what I want to show you. Let me go to Google and say, what are the best hair products? What are the best hair products? Hair products. So you see this ones, it's the shopping, blah 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 blah. I don't want the shopping, I want the websites. How can I turn this thing off? It's disturbing me, this one. Let me turn it off for now. Yes. So you see the websites that are being shown here. The text that is written in blue, this one, it's the title that I was editing in the code. It will appear like this if your website decides to be shown by Google. The text in blue, it's the one which is a title. As you can see, it's not that long. It's just a global catchphrase that brings you in. For example, 29 best hair products of 2025 tested and review. You see, it's a catchphrase, the title basically. And then the words that are grayish here, this one, it's the title of your website. So basically from here to here at the end, this one, it's the title, the one that I did not write. It's the title. The keywords do not specifically appear here, but you get the point, right? And then vague, it's the name of your site. And then what is it, this image here, it's the logo. And if you also want your website to have a logo here, what you will need to do is to ensure that the fave icon, it's called an icon, that you also get to have a fave icon for your website. I have plenty of websites which does the same. Let us search few so that you can see what I'm talking about. So first, let us do this one of info search of infosearch.co.za. Let's hope my website appears. So as you can see, my website, it's like this. It says info search, whatever you are looking for, it is here, right? And then I also have a description, and also there is a logo here. You see this blue one. So this is how my website look like. And if I can show you the code of how it is, you will see this one. But for the sake of this video, I will skip that section. But all I'm trying to say is, when people now see the phrase here, it is the one that brings them in. Like I said, this website of mine is a search engine. So info search, whatever you are looking for, it is here. So people may be searching for cars, they may be searching. Yes, I still need to add a lot of information to the website, but currently there is a lot of websites inside it that deals with a lot of things there, you see. And then for this to show, Google had to analyze my website and see what it covers. So there is a category called business. People can join WhatsApp groups, and people can also apply to colleges, things like. So there is people whose websites talk about colleges. So for this to appear, Google had to understand my website as to what is it about. Then it was able to pick that, oh, there is a section that talks about this, a section that talks about this, you see. So with this one, Google analyzed the website in details, but with this one, I had to specify there at the top. Yes. So enough of me talking. Oh, the reason why I am talking a lot in this video is because the changes that I will be doing they won't show in our website. So I must make sure that whatever I do, I explain it in a way that you guys understand. How did you do that section? Okay, I am guessing you are referring to this section of applying college, blah blah blah. So with this one, I did not do it manually. I added my website into Google Search Console, basically giving Google uh, access to my website to analyze it and understand it. So let us go to my website and see how it looks like. You see it has join WhatsApp groups, blah 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 blah. So these are pages basically that my website has, right? So let us go to it and see if we want to see a page which talks about this, a category that talks about this, and a website that talks about this. So let us go to the website, and in the home page I have categories here, and then Google decided to only pick this category of business, you see. So basically Google did now come to my website and understand what is it about, because I did give them that permission. So they said categories business, and also people can join WhatsApp groups. So you see it says WhatsApp communities. If you come here, and then there is a website where people can post their WhatsApp groups, and then they can appear here, right? So Google also decided to say, hey, there is a page that talks about this. And if you go to education, right, there are websites that talk about colleges here. Why is not giving me the next page? What was supposed to say next here? I need to edit my website. So there's this one website which talks about colleges, and then the other ones talk about universities. Talks about universities. Let me just say college here and see how the results are going to be. College. Okay, let me say search. There is also, which one that is talking about colleges? Let me go to page 2. Okay, there is one which appeared on the first page. Yeah. So what happens is that some of the things it's Google that makes analysis automatically in your website, and then gives extra information whenever people are searching. So that one I did not do it manually. It was Google that understood my website and then decided to show this one. Yes. So let us go back to the code. I did explain the title. I did explain the keywords. The description, I don't know what to write here. I'm lazy to write. And I also did explain the icon. And also the icon needs specific requirements for it to appear correctly. The size of your image, it must be a square, so that it appears very well. Also, if it is a square, the size must be at least 250 pixels or less, but the preferred one, it's 128 pixels, and the size must be very little so that it can load fast. You see, if it's too big, it won't appear due to loading speeds, blah blah blah. So those are the preferences to the icon. Yes. And then now let us move to the content itself, right? So if you are someone who is doing coding, probably you have noticed that every time you want to insert an image, they also give you an attribute of alt, which stands for alternative. So what they are saying there, they say if your image does not appear, what text should we display? That is what alt means, right? So let us go back here to our database. With our database, as you can see, the first item doesn't have an image, but I've made it not to appear because the visibility is 0. So let us make it 1 so that I can be able to show this example. Now the visibility is 1. If we come to our website and refresh, that item must now appear. Okay, it's loading. So the item did appear, but there is no image, you see. But then still the search engine is failing to understand what kind of image was supposed to be there, you see. So for me to make this one pop up, I must then come to my code here, and then as you can see, I'm not so sure, can you guys see very well? Let me try increase the brightness. Let me try turning the screen this way a bit. So as you can see here, there is alt, but inside alt there is nothing. So what I will do here is that the name of the product, you see the name of the product, I will also insert it inside here, so that the search engine can have an understanding of what is the image, right? So now when I come back and refresh here, I am expecting to see an error of the image, but also to see this way the school along it. That's what I am expecting to see. So let us say refresh, or let us say refresh and see if that will appear. Refresh. Yes, so you see it is telling me that we couldn't display the image, but what was supposed to appear here, it's school, right? So this is also part of SEO, you optimizing your website so that each engine does understand the images that you were trying to display, etc., etc. So also putting a text inside alt whenever you were trying to display an image, it's also an SEO best practice, right? Yes. What else SEO practices that I am missing here? Do I have buttons here? Have links? Do I have links? Yes. If you can check the code here, we have this button which says cut, but this one, it's a button, it wasn't a link necessarily. If it was a link, just like the ones at the top, excuse me, you need to describe to Google that what is this link about, or where is this link leading to. Excuse me. So to do that, whenever you have links inside your website, there is this attribute, it's called area label, if not mistaken. So in each and every link, you see here we have the link, it's called cut. So you will just say area and then hyphen, I think it's area label equals to, and then inside here you then describe what is the link about. You can just say adding item to cart, adding item to cart, you see. So now Google gets to understand that, oh, whenever people they are clicking this button, they are adding items to cart. It makes it easier for Google to now understand that, oh, if it's like this, your website may be something like an e-commerce, etc., etc. So it's always a good practice to learn more beyond what I am saying here. This website may not allow me to make a lot of examples because it doesn't have many things in here. And if you are someone who is also using what is it, another one I almost forgot, an image needs to have a specific what is it, dimensions, so that whenever it loads, the code already knows that, okay, we need this image to be this size long. So let us see if we have those pre-settings here in the image. Let me scroll and see one image. If you look at our image here, this one, it doesn't have a predefined width and a predefined length. And as you can see, the images are very equal here. It's because it was defined in the CSS. But what I've noticed is that even though you predefine in the CSS, Google tends to also want those predefined measurements inside the image tag. So what you will need to do is that if you have an image tag, you also need to specify the width. So you'll just say width is equals to, and then you also specify the height. You see. So depending on what you have used in your CSS, things may be a bit different, but it is up to you to either use percentages, to use pixels, etc, etc. So if I use 100% here, I am confident that the website won't change there, because every time when it comes to width, if you have predefined the width in CSS and you say 100%, it will still take that size. So if I say refresh, please let it look nice. Yes, it still look nice. Now the challenge will be when it comes to the height. When it comes to the height, if you have predefined the height in your CSS with pixels, you can also say 100% here. But if you did not, then you need to stick to a specific number. So let me see how long they are. I think this one is 300 pixel if not mistaken. So let me just say 300 pixel, and then save. Let us come here, refresh. Let it not change that much, please. Refresh. As you can see, now the images, they are a bit different. You see, this one, it's no longer blah blah blah. This one is no longer. But a good practice is to always, so specifying won't disturb the bootstrap. Not in all cases. If it's a fixed pixel in your bootstrap and you say 100%, the 100% sticks to the fixed pixel. And like I said, with the height, I knew it was going to be a bit off, so I said 300 pixels, but they are now not equal. It's because in nature the images, they are not equal in size. So I was scared to use a percentage, because when it comes to height, it is very tricky to use a percentage. But let me try using one. Let us hope it does not mess the code. Let me just say 80%. Let me just say 80%. It's not advisable to use percentages whenever you are dealing with heights. It's not advisable. So let me say refresh. Let it not look weird. Okay, it still looks like this. I'm thinking it was predefined in the what is it, in the CSS, right? But the key point that I want to bring to you guys is that, for example, let us go back to where I was analyzing my website. You see here, my homepage doesn't have images, right? So let me try a link whereby I had images, right? Let us see how that one is going to look like. So let us go to this website, and then let me just say, let me search online, and then let me copy this link, and then let me test with this link. You see, this link has images, so that is why I want to use this one. I know the scores are not going to be this great because we are no longer in the home page, but let's search this one and see how it's going to look like. Okay, and the loading speed is going to be slow this time because there is also images that are being loaded, but I hope that the score is not that low, please. Oh wow! Guys, I wasn't expecting this one. Wow, okay. I wasn't expecting this score. As you can see, it's the page that I was referring to. But now what I want to show you is that if I did not, you see here it says properly sized images. Is it this one that I want to point out? Let's come here. Uh, Okay, this one is talking about that the size images can be reduced. But what I'm trying to show you, you see here, I did specify that the width must be 40 pixel and the height must be 40 pixel when I was displaying the image. And also there is an alt, there is a text inside that alt, you see. So what I'm trying to say to you guys is that my website is performing better because I did specify because I wanted the image to show as a square. I was like 40 pixel, 40 pixel for height and width. And also for the alt, uh, there is a text there inside the alt, which is also a good practice. The reason why they flagged this one is because they say the images are a little big in size and there is a potential that they can be reduced to a lower size. So that is why they say I can potentially save 117 kilobyte. Kilobyte may seem like a small size, but when it comes to loading speed, they do affect the website. And also accessibility, here they are talking about the background ratio that is not sufficient enough, you see, meaning the text and the background, they may not be contrasting enough for people to read, okay, because some people do have challenges when it comes to seeing. But the SEO, guys, it's on point. You see, it's 100. Do I have to go deeper? Eh? So yeah, I think today's video is going to end here, guys. I just wanted to tell you a bit about SEO, how it can affect your website, things like that. There are website of mine that are not performing well in terms of SEO. Reason being, hey, sometimes I'm lazy, you see, and I judge myself that I know how to fix these things, but I am just lazy to do so, which is not a good spirit, by the way. So I will now end the video for the sake of those who are watching on YouTube. I don't want the video to be that long, but for you guys who are here on TikTok, I can focus on your comments since I wasn't reading everyone's comment, but after I end this video I will do so. So for you guys who are watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for spending your 30 minutes with me. I hope you did learn something, and these numbers that I get, they should tell you something, that the guy knows what he's talking about. So see you on the next one. Thank you for being here with me. Bye.